everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. So in today's video, as you saw from the title, doing some briskets for you, some good old Uncle Steve's briskets. I finally got to do a brisket with some Uncle Steve's shaped thick meat. I've been wanting to do one for a while with it because the first time I had it, Miss Hobbs had sent me some and I tried it out, and man, I was hooked then. So Steve, you had me from then. You got me hooked, and as soon as I tasted it, I was like, man, yeah, this one would be perfect on some brisket. So I finally got around to throwing one on a brisket and cooking it, and actually cooked two with it. I was lucky enough, especially here in Alabama, sometimes it's hard to find a brisket, and then especially hard to find a good brisket at a good price, because sometimes they're quite high on some prices. But I was lucky enough and really blessed enough, I guess you could say, to find two at a good price. So I went ahead and grabbed them both because I knew I could have it to enjoy for a while and then freeze it or give it away or whatever else. So I cooked up two and cooked them with a good old thick meat. And if you haven't checked out Uncle Steve, I highly recommend checking them out. Some really good seasonings. The thick meat was what I used on the briskets, and then he's got original gator shake, which is kind of like a lemon peppery type Cajun-y deal. It's super good. I ate it on some fish. It's been quite a few months ago, and man, it was really good. It was catfish, good old fish of the South for us, fried or baked or whatever else. I love some catfish. Then he's got the sweet and spicy R. Boy, that's a good one. I've done it on some pork loin, little thin cut pork loins that were delicious. Did it on a spatchcock chicken, which I've got the video of it done. I just gotta edit it and everything else. That was, man, it was delicious. That's one of the best chickens I've ever ate. So I don't know if it was contributed to the seasoning or contributed to the chicken or me or all three. I don't know. It was a great combination. I know that the sweet and spicy was delicious on that chicken. Then he's got a spicy R. It's got a Cajun-y type feel, little spicier, but it's not like you can't control it spice. It's delicious too. So it's hard to pick one. You're like, oh yep, that's my favorite, because I've had them all and I'm just like, yep, that one's good. That one's good. So I recommend you checking out Uncle Steve's Shake, because he's got some good products. I've enjoyed them for sure, and definitely will be back and back again. He's got me hooked. But yeah, I did the thick meat on the briskets, and they were delicious. Now I do my briskets hot and fast, and to tell you the truth, I do them that way because if I do them hot and fast, I get to eat it faster. I don't have to wait like some folks do that do it 14 to 16 hours. I mean, that's awesome. I can see sitting out there and cooking and doing your fire, or just enjoying the cook for a lot long. I can see it's just, hey, I just want to, I guess I'm a fat kid and I just want to eat it faster. So that's why I probably do them hot and fast. I guess I could do one low and slow and for longer and kind of compare, see which one was better, but I don't know. I've had some pretty decent results out of doing them hot and fast. And that's one of my favorite ones to do is brisket anyway. Some of y'all did ask, and I said in some lives, y'all asked what was my favorite, and brisket, and that's because the guy I went to church with, his name was John too. I call him the most interesting man in the world, because every time I was around him, I found there's something else that was amazing. I mean, get this, the guy was on Air Force One. I mean, who do you know who it was working on Air Force One? I asked him what he did, and he just said he was on the cleanup crew, but I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. I think you're a secret agent or something. He was really awesome, man. I'm blessed to be able to know him. He's the one that got me on the love of brisket from doing one at a church function we had. But anyways, I'll shut up. I get to talking about junk and won't shut up. So we'll get on into the video and I'll show the cook and what all I did to them and the process that I go through on cooking a brisket. It's pretty much the same for them all. But anyways, let's jump on into the cook and I'll see y'all there. So this is one of the briskets we'll be looking at here. Like I said, I had 2 of them that I was able to get and do a little cook on to be able to chew on and enjoy it. And you see I was using the thick meat there. I was finally getting to use it on some briskets. I've been wanting to use it for a while because I love me some Uncle Steve's, and I knew this one was going to be great for a cook on briskets. So I had my 2 briskets. I got them trimmed up and cut off a little bit of the excess fat and some of the silver skin that was on there. And if y'all want me to do a video of cutting one up and how I do it, y'all can let me know in the comments. But it's fairly simple, and there's folks out there that do it probably a lot better than I do. But anyways, I got them cut up, got them seasoned over really good with the Uncle Steve's all over. Let them sit for a little while my smoker was getting up to temp and going. Then I put them on the smoker there, as you see, and I got my water pan going like I always do to keep the moisture levels up to help have a better product. And like I said, I do my briskets hot and fast, and I run the smoker at 300 degrees, and today I was using cherry wood, as you can see there, and I'll run it at 300 degrees throughout the cook. And of course, there's my buddy Chops. He's got to be there to see the process through. And right here is about an hour or so into the cook. Just checking on them, seeing how they're doing, seeing how they're looking. Starting to look really good. The bark's starting to set up on them good. It's drying out a little bit, so I'll go ahead and spritz these down. And I just had a little water and barbecue sauce mixed together just to spritz on them. So right here is after I spritz them down. Now I'm just going to let them sit and cook a little longer. And this is about, I'd say, 2 hours into the cook. Again, just checking, seeing how they're looking, if they need spritzing, if they're getting too dark or anything else. But still, again, looking really good. Not too bad. We're needing to spritz, so I just left them alone, let them cook on. And right here, it's going to be about 3 hours into the cook. And that's usually about all I'll cook them on the smokers at about 3 hours. Because usually I can get the amount of smoke on them that I need and want. So I'm going to go ahead and take these up, put them in my pan again. And then I'm going to get me a little bit of Worcestershire sauce and water, and I'll put it in the bottom. And then I'm going to dust them again a little bit with the Uncle Steve's thick meat, just to kind of reinforce that flavor throughout the briskets. And then I'm just going to wrap these up, put them into a 300 degree oven, and just let them cook until they get done, which usually takes about 2 to 2.5 hours. And once they've got tender enough and done, I'll just let them sit out on the counter with a towel draped over them for an hour to just let the meat rest. And here's what they look like after that hour of resting. They're still pretty warm there. You can see the steam coming off of them, so let them sit a little bit longer before I go into cut on them and burn my hands off. But this right here is the first brisket that I cut into. It was looking really good. Nice little smoke ring. Plenty of moisture within the meat there. So I'm going to go ahead and just Finished slicing that on down. And this was a cut of the point and the flat together. And then there's some of my burnt ends that I had cut off out of that first brisket. And then I'll go ahead and see how my little bend test was, and it looked pretty good. And this is my other brisket. Again, it looked really good. Sorry for the shaky camera there. My hands were a little slick. Still looking really good. Nice little smoke ring, good moisture in them. Then I just finished on cutting on up, and I forgot to get pictures at the end because remember, I'm a fat kid and I don't want to eat it too fast. But these turned out really, really good. Again, if you haven't checked out Uncle Steve, check him out. It's some great products and great guy, and I think you'll really do enjoy them. So y'all check them out, and I thank y'all so much for watching. Y'all please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.